Well, today we got an excellent project for you. We have some paver stones, and like a lot of paver stones, when they're installed and you put sand in, you get ants building little mounds and you get vegetation growing up through it. Well, we're going to solve that problem today. We have Rich Curl. He's with QUIKRETE. And by the way, this outdoor kitchen area, absolutely outstanding, installed by Tepe Landscape Services. Beautiful, Rich.
Absolutely spectacular looking.
I want one at my house too. But for folks that have paver stones, whether it's a sidewalk, a patio, a lot of times we'll set the paver stones, we'll put in sand, they wash out, ants are making little mounds, you got weeds growing through. You guys got a product that's going to eliminate all those problems.
Yes, it's QUIKRETE PowerLoc. It's a polymer-based power locking sand that actually locks in the pavers, and stabilizes the pavers, and gives you a lot better look all the way across the entire patio.
Now, vegetation can't go through this either, correct?
Vegetation will not go through it. It's weather impermeable.
This sounds great. To start the application with the sand, what do we do?
All you have to do is blow off the surface and get any of the, through the cracks and the crevices, just get rid of all the loose material that's already.
All the twigs, all the grass, all the dirt, get it absolutely
all
clean.
the application dirt or installation dirt, you just get it completely clean.
Preparation is always the key, isn't it?
It always is.
All right, now we take the sand and we dump it across the surface, and I see working it in with like a street broom. Any type of broom will do, or?
Well, a fine bristle brush works very well. You want to get through the entire surface, you want to use a bigger brush and then come back brush to make sure that every crack and crevice is completely covered in.
Okay, now how is that sand going? Just as far
sand
as
goes
the gap is?
As far as the gap is. It could be as the pavers in some area. It could be less than 1/2 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch, depending upon come together.
Okay, now do we need to tap the sand down or anything along those lines?
Actually, the only thing you need to do after you brush it in and get it pretty good, go ahead and mist it with a fine mist hose.
Okay, so put a little water on it, and that kind of makes the acrylic polymers kind of lock together?
That's exactly right.
All right. Now, after we do that, do we have to mist it periodically or once and done? Or?
We recommend doing it at least once. If you don't have time to do it, you don't have to do it again, but go back out the next day and go ahead and do it again.
All right. Well, we're going to let them finish up, and then we're going to see what this project looks like. I'll tell you, it already looks pretty good, but we want to minimize the mess and stabilize those pavers.
Exactly.
Wow, I'll tell you what, this looks outstanding, and it's going to eliminate vegetation growth, ants from messing around with it, from the sand from being washed out. It looks great.
It does, and it's going to make it look better for a lot longer time.
Now, these pavers are kind of an old world look, if you will. Yeah. Can they be sealed, or should they be sealed?
You know, it depends on the customer's preference. They can leave it like it is,
okay,
or they have an opportunity to seal it a couple of different ways. You can do a natural seal look.
A natural seal could be just sprayed on and it's clear?
Sprayed and then rolled on. Actually, we prefer to spray and roll if you're going to do it so it gets the entire surface.
Okay, and what's the name of that product?
That's a concrete acrylic cure and seal.
Okay, and what's the other option?
All right, then you also have a natural stone look that will absolutely, it'll just look like you didn't do anything to it.
Okay.
And then the third option is a wet look, and that will really pop, and it'll just shine.
All right, now one thing I do know is we're battling Mother Nature. This beautiful outdoor kitchen and patio area is outside. Things are going to happen down the road. A paver's going to crack or something along those lines. With that type of sand in there, can we get the paver out?
Sure, it's not a problem. We just take a sharp instrument like maybe a screwdriver and etch around the outside of the paver or a couple of pavers. You pull out the one that's broken, replace the pavers, and then go ahead and put the sand back in again and lock it in with some water again.
Very good. Now, the name of that product again was?
QUIKRETE PowerLoc.
All right, QUIKRETE PowerLoc. And where's that available?
Right now, it's going to be available at most hardware stores, lumber yards, and garden centers that carry QUIKRETE's found.
All right, well, it looks outstanding. We want to thank Tepe Landscape Services because they did a marvelous job on this outdoor living area.